I'm honored to be here tonight. While the genesis of this may have been sad or sorrowful, I believe that what is to come will save many lives. In the city of Philadelphia, murder, violence amongst young people has become a norm. Day in and day out, we hear of people being shot in our communities, and unless we know that person personally, it just seems like another occurrence. In this city this summer, on one weekend, we had more than 33 people shot between a Friday and a Sunday. 33 people shot. Out of that 33, 5 lost their lives. This must stop. It cannot be normal. Driving around South Philadelphia, where I was born and raised and still live, I see more teddy bears and candles memorializing the death of young people than I see balloons celebrating the graduation from college of our young people. Far too often do I hear the cries of mothers and fathers who have just lost their loved ones and don't hear the jubilation and celebration for the high school diploma that their child just achieved. If we want to solve violence, if we want to come up with a serious answer for this issue that is plaguing our community, it will start in rooms like this. It won't happen in city government. It won't happen in City Hall. It won't happen in Harrisburg, and it won't happen in the halls of Congress. Government has never acted alone. It has always and only will act when the community pushes it to act. So this is not a problem that we're going to be able to solve alone. This is an issue that is going to take all of our blood, sweat, and tears. Because if we don't solve it today, we'll deal with this problem 5 years down the line. Because when a young person is murdered, the family of the victim is not just touched, but the family of the perpetrator is touched as well. For that mother, that father has now lost a child to the criminal justice system. And in our city, those who enter the criminal justice system usually come out and go back in. They come out and they go back in. So if we are serious about the issue of crime, if we are serious about not having to form any more foundations in the name of our beloved loved ones, it is going to take each and every person in this room working together to solve the issue. Stopping a young person on the street, talking to them, showing them that you care. In the morning, you see a young person going to school, say, "Have a good day." You'd be surprised how many of our kids go to school without someone asking them or telling them to have a good day. You'd be surprised how many young people come home and no one has asked them, how is their day in school? Those things affect our young people. And when a young person feels like no one cares about them, they don't care about anyone themselves. So it is indicative upon all of us that we work at this problem. Because children being our future is not just a slogan, it's reality. 10 years from now, that 8-year-old will be 18. What will he or she do with their life? What they will do is dependent upon what we do today.
My mother, CEO, co-founder of the Charles Foundation, Movita Johnson Harrell.
Good evening, everyone. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for coming. I'm not going to take long. The food is hot. We want everybody to eat, and we're going to turn some music on and get our dance on because this is a celebration. My son would have been 19 years old on Tuesday, and as I told my friend Tanya in the back earlier, I'd rather be at the buffet with my son. This is not where I want to be. God laid this on my heart. This is something I have to do, not that I want to do. I want to introduce my family. If you guys could stand up. You met my son Dante, you met my husband Yancy, my youngest daughter Charlene, my oldest daughter Danae, who's here for the weekend. She studies at the University of Maryland for her Suncheck, and all of my other, quote unquote, other children stand up. Stand up, guys. And my nephew Anton is here, my nephew Najir is here, and my family's here. My mother's here, my grandmother's here, my sister Danal's here. And I really want to thank everyone for coming. As I said, this is not something that I wanted to do. I would much prefer, everybody who knows me knows that I'm a family-oriented person. My children mean more to me than anything in this world. And I'd really rather for my son to be here. But one thing, as I go through this process of grief, one thing that I'm realizing is that my son was taken for a reason. His life, his death was not in vain. You know, we help, my family, we help people. That's what we do. Our lives revolve around service to others, and this is just another way for God to use us in service to others. Because one thing that I know is that I have the ability to save a child. I know that. Everybody in this room has an ability to save a child. You know, I want to thank Jordan for his remarks, because you can help a child in a way that you can't even imagine. You don't even have to spend money to help a child. You can tell a young man to pull his pants up. You can teach him how to say thank you. You can teach him how to say you're welcome. You know, it's many ways we can save our children, and this is just the way that my family chooses to do it. So I want to thank everyone for coming. Also, I want to introduce the board of the Charles Foundation. We have some board members here. Could you please stand up? Board members, Dr. Robin Lacier Smith, Alice Herbert, social worker, Julia, Dr. Yuna Yanadi, Dante is one of the vice presidents of the board. And one thing I do with my children is I thrust them into leadership positions. So if you have a child, it's your responsibility to thrust them into a leadership position. We have Wahida Shabazz El, AIDS activist. Where's she at? Come on up, Wahida. Wahida's also a board member. And Wahida's going to bless the food. Then we're going to start feeding everybody, and we're going to turn some music on. Please enjoy yourself. Know that your money is going. All of this that we're doing tonight came from donations. I am so grateful for the people in my life that love me. You know, I have partners that I work with. Their donations funded this event. We're going to get these renovations done. We made enough money to actually put a down payment on the fire escape necessary to get this group home up and running. We've made our money back. I'm just so grateful. That's why I know this is not my doing. This is God's doing. This is God's mission. This is God's purpose. I ain't got no choice in this matter. But you know what? You leave it up to me, I'll be curled up in a ball in my bed. I did not think I was going to survive this tragedy. I did not think I was going to be. My worst fear was if something happened to one of my children. I'm born and raised in Southwest Philly, 59th and Windsor. I moved from Philadelphia, so my boys would not become statistics on the street. And it didn't matter. So you can't move away from the problem. So what are you going to do? Become a part of the solution.